and to keep a good distance from these storms. So turning velocity back on, I want to see where some of that tightest rotation is. All right, so right here is where we're seeing the area of the tightest rotation. And again, that tornado is still on the ground. If you're in this area between Borup and Ada along Highway 9 and Highway 200, confirmed tornado on the ground, seek shelter immediately. We're continuing to watch the live feed and get details from Eric Whitehill. As for the storm that was near, let's see, Ulen, Minnesota, down towards Callaway, that one, the tornado has lifted per spotter. Eric also says just now that the tornado has lifted. All right, this storm right here that was near, excuse me, rooted in the wrong way. This one, all right, we can see Eric's live feed again. He says the tornado has now lifted, no longer making contact with the ground. Again, he was 4 miles south of Ada. That tornado-warned storm was a funnel for a while. He was watching it, and it did make contact with the ground. We had a confirmed tornado. It has since lifted. We are still seeing signs of rotation on the radar, so we're still watching the potential for an additional funnel or an additional tornado to develop. But let me turn on the, let's go here. Let's go last 30 minutes, put this on a loop. So it looks like over the last several minutes, the rotation no longer quite as tight or organized as it has been just within the last couple of minutes. Still seeing definitive signs of rotation. So again, continue to seek shelter if you're in this area. This is a tornado-warned storm between Borup and Ada. This is Highway 9, Highway 200. Right in that corridor there is where we just moments ago had a confirmed tornado. We had visuals from our storm chaser Eric Whitehill that we just showed you a minute ago. He has now said it has lifted as of 3:30. So as of 2 minutes ago, our storm chaser Eric Whitehill is no longer seeing that visual confirmation that the tornado is on the ground. I see his feet off in the background here. It looks like he is maneuvering, trying to get a better visual to see if perhaps another funnel may be developing or if it has officially lifted. But our environment, our atmosphere this afternoon is conducive to a couple more funnels or additional severe weather this afternoon. So this is where we're seeing areas of rotation here over the last couple of hours. So out towards Lake Park, Callaway, there was a confirmed brief tornado in that area. We're also seeing another area of rotation right here. Let me get a little closer view on that one here. Very rural, right along County Highway 7, but where we see these areas of the greens and reds coming together, that's where we're seeing some additional rotation. So I've got my eyes on that one. I'll wait to see if any storm chasers are out on that storm to provide you any latest information. But let me just read a couple of these notes from some chasers that are around the area. I'll give you this visual here. So we had a confirmed tornado from our storm chaser Eric Whitehill, 4 miles south of Ada. There was a tornado, let me see. Bear with me here, just reading through these chats, making sure I'm not missing anything. The tornado-warned storm that's just between Ulen and White Earth, there was a confirmed tornado there. That has lifted. The chaser out on that storm as of 3:27 said it stayed out in open fields. There was no damage, so absolutely great news there. The storm that Eric was on, the tornado has since lifted. I can see from our feed in the background, he is still on that storm. Looks like he's driving around looking for either a better vantage point to look or to see if there was any damage from the touchdown. From what we could see, it looked like it was open over open areas, but just to get that confirmation. So Lake Park, there was a tornado. That's the one that we saw from this tornado-warned storm here. So we've had 2 confirmed tornadoes just within the last few minutes here. And I can turn on our local storm reports just to show you some kind of visuals from where those are. So there is the one confirmed tornado that we've had just north of Lake Park that we talked a little bit about. And then the one that Eric Whitehill was on looks like it's yet to be confirmed or entered into a local storm report as of this moment. Additionally, many folks sent us photos of the funnel cloud that was just on the north end of Fargo. That one did not touch down. That one was not a tornado, but a brief little funnel that developed. And as I was mentioning just a couple of moments ago, our atmosphere is conducive to some funnel clouds and even some severe thunderstorms later on this afternoon. We are seeing atmosphere continuing to destabilize with a little bit of clearing. Meanwhile, Northern Valley, much of eastern North Dakota still seeing some beneficial rainfall that many of us need. We still have a risk for some additional severe weather in parts of Lakes Country through the afternoon and evening. All right, so at this time, there are no confirmed tornadoes on the ground. I'll clear this out of the way here. We do still have tornado warnings. This one here for parts of Becker, Mahnomen, and Norman counties. There was an observed tornado that has since lifted. The warning remains in place until 4 o'clock. Meanwhile, the storm that Eric Whitehill is on, the strongest part of that storm now just west of you, folks who live in Ada, mostly over rural areas. There was an observed tornado, has since lifted. Eric is still in the vicinity, continuing to watch that storm. This tornado warned storm also warned until 4 o'clock. But since we're no longer seeing any visual confirmation of tornadoes on the ground, I will get you back to your programming. Thank you all for being so patient. I know you all want to get back to your golf. So with that, I'll send you back to your programming. But of course, we'll jump on with any updates as needed. Again, thank you for your patience.
For continuous weather